Hi everyone, good evening. In this lecture series, we are going to see about the design thinking approach in smart irrigation systems. While discuss about the smart irrigation systems, the first thing is we have to identify the problem statement. So in raising the population, the agricultural production is very needed. So it is one of the extremely important source which increases the production, and agriculture is the art of science and cultivating the soil. As we know that it reaches the percentage of 70 percentage water that has been used in the worldwide. So if a little amount of water is wasted, it will result in huge loss. So we have to identify what are all the problems we are having and how much of the water that has been wasted, so how loss that has been occurred. So, in while discussing about the design thinking approach, we are having various 5 stages in the design thinking approach. So, empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. So, after that, we are going to implement that. So the first part, it says that we are having the empathy part. So this is the diagram in order to represent the empathy. So here, what it says, what it thinks, how it does, and how it feels. So, while discussing about the empathy part, so we are having so many countries in the world, we are facing the problem of the water shortage. So, there is the lot of peoples are facing the problems for drinking water as well as the irrigation water. So it is very important, and if it leads to the water waste, what happens means, the smart irrigation systems are very important. It becomes very important. So we have implemented some of the advanced sensors, and we have to control the minimized wasted water. So while taking the smart irrigation technology, we can reduce the water waste by 20 percentage to 40 percentage. So the next thing, the adjustment of the irrigation time and the irrigation location, so we have to identify. At the same time, we have to reduce the water waste and increase the irrigation efficiency. At the same time, maintaining the plant health and quality. While coming to the defined part, while the defined part that has been implemented in this smart irrigation, it addresses the real user needs and create the meaningful experience. In smart irrigation system collects information from sensors and sends predefined users orders to actuators. At the same time, the data is collected by the moisturized sensor, and at the same time the user defines the temperature. While coming to that of the ideate part, this small irrigation system uses the temperature, soil moisture, and humidity sensor to measure, and it has been sent to the farmer. The next part, we are going to see the prototype. So we have implemented some of the simple materials for this prototyping model. So it is one of the big part of the design process. So it could not imagine without figure out these things. So this is the example of the prototype of a smart irrigation system. So while coming to that of the testing part, we are having two types of testing. One is uniformity testing, another one is the pump well testing. So what do you mean by uniform testing means, it is used to check the water that has been distributed by the irrigation system, and the test procedure measures the amount of the water supplied to the surface that indicate the amount of the water. At the same time, pump well testing, it is also typically done in the discharge discharge method. At the same time, the pump is disconnected from the irrigation system, and we are going to implement some of the meters in that. At the same time, it is partially closed. So these are all the things we are seeing in the smart irrigation. And the future scope of the smart irrigation is it looks bright with several new technologies, and it can improve the efficiency and effectiveness of these systems. Artificial intelligence is used in the smart irrigation systems to analyze the weather data and predict the future. Thank you.